Live from San Antonio, Texas. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Yes. It is Wednesday. How do you say that in Spanish? Miércoles? Miércoles.
Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo.
That a boy? You sounded like Big Poppy right there.
I am Big Poppy.
Nice.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Miércoles is full of, is it violence? Violencia?
How you say hump day in Spanish?
Violence. Hump? It's I.
Dog, we didn't get 30 seconds in before y'all start.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh, God.
Yo, chill, LG. I'm kidding.
But on Wednesdays, we make an exception for violence because we know it's a violent society.
Is it?
Americans need to be violent. We
punch people.
We like to be violent. So we verbally punch them to get some frustration off your chest, and you can move on about your day. So it's People I Want to Punch Wednesday, presented by the law office of Orlando Kell.
What up, Londo?
Who's in the building today? Let's get punches in here. Jump into the chat. Become a member, because hour number 2, when we go to that here at 12:30, it's paid only, baby. The good news is it's only $6 a month. So get your asses in here now. Take advantage of this free hour and get some punches up here in the building on
30
Taylor.
cents a show if there's 20 in a month.
See, I like that breakdown. See, now that's a salesman tactic.
30 cents.
That's a gosh damn salesman right there.
One day when we blow up, we'll be 50 cents. But right now we're 30 cents. It's easy.
50?
50. I'm trying to be cool.
Would you say it like that if a black man wasn't in the room?
No, I'm trying to be cool
you
in front of you.
50. It's 50.
50.
No, with D's.
50.
50.
50.
Why do you enunciate everything? Bala is 50. It's not 50.
50.
50.
50.
Jesus.
Who are you punching today? You got anybody? I can go first if you need me to.
Oh, you want to punch right away? You don't even want to know foreplay. You're not gonna ask me how I'm doing.
Oh, how you doing?
If my ass hurts.
Well, we'll get to it.
No, I'm kidding.
We'll get to it. That's what we got.
Go
we
first.
got 2
you
hours.
always go
We got
first.
2 hours.
This is your deal. You always
It's
go
not my
first.
deal. I'm not punching 50 Cent. But I'm going to punch one of my all-time favorite comedians who went rogue.
Okay.
Because he was a pervert and finally got caught, and his career has been in the, I don't want to say the shitter, but it has not been the astronomical levels that it used to be before we all found out that he spent years jerking off in front of women in business meetings.
Good Lord. Who? What's his
I want
name?
to punch the great Louis C.K.
I do have a punch, by the way, but I'm letting you go first.
I'll punch Louis C.K. He's trying to be funny, but dude, he's doing masturbation jokes on Twitter today.
Even though that's what he was busted for?
Yeah, he don't give a shit. He don't care.
He must be rich.
Oh, my God. Yes. It's Louis C.K., man.
So on his casting couch, he called bring you in and just do things in front of you, just sit. Like, it sucks to be a woman. No, no pun. Stoned. I'm being serious.
Well,
what did he do?
So what I have read was, and of course every scenario was different, he wasn't Josh Primoing women. Like, Josh just likes to open up his shorts and let you look at it.
Well, if it hangs out the bottom of Josh's shorts, that's not his fault.
He ain't wearing no drawers. He knew what he was doing.
If the man is hung, he's hung. You got to blame God.
Yeah, but you don't go around showing your psychiatrist because you already have mental problems because you want her to touch it. He wasn't doing no Josh Primo shit. He was going way above and beyond.
He was actually like...
He was pulling it out and tugging it. He was self-diddling during business meetings in front of women. But the way I understand it
sucks
is...
being a woman.
This is the funny part of this story is... what makes it funny is... he would like have random business talk. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you could. If you call your agent and get you a guest spot on Louis.
Need the hand motion. This is on television.
I'd like you to open up for my Netflix special. I'd like you to be a part of my next movie. And he'd just do that in front of these women. And they're like, "What the fuck, dude?" And so finally, he did it enough to run enough women were like, you know what? Yeah.
So one told, and then the rest were like, you know what? He did that in front of me too. I can't stand for that.
They all came out and then threw him under the bus. They didn't say nothing. They didn't say anything because they wanted to be on Louis.
I seen him.
But then you had a couple that came out and said, you know what? Fuck that. We're not putting up with this. This guy's nuts. And then a lot of women were like, oh yeah, I did it. He did it to me too. But
now Alec Vasquez says he just sold out MSG. He's fine.
Who just sold out MSG? Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm not.
So
not the
people
crapper.
are okay with this dude. So he's not canceled for shit.
He went
like
away
that.
for like 3 or 4 years. He was doing
Would you
underground
pay to
stand-up.
see a guy that you know did that? Would you, or would it go against your moral compass?
No, I would.
You would go see him?
Yeah. It's Louis C.K., man. Do you listen to R. Kelly music when it comes
No.
down? You turn off the ladies in here off a line. You don't turn that off. I can separate the immoralities to the entertainer.
So, he
Can you
didn't.
not?
He didn't physically assault
Do you
anyone.
cancel people?
I'm asking you. He didn't physically assault anyone. He just would jerk in front
Never
of people.
touched him.
Okay.
He just freaked people out, freaked chicks out. And he's like, look how ugly and pasty he is, redheaded motherfucker. You know his dick look ugly as hell.
Well, now if you're whipping it out, he must have been proud of it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe that's what
How
part
do you
of the shtick.
get?
That
How do
it
you
was
get
ugly.
that rich?
Oh,
How do you get that rich to where you're comfortable doing that?
your dad? He was born rich. His dad was an oil tycoon down in Mexico, and so Louis was born in Mexico, speaks Spanish fluently, and was raised, but then moved to Boston as a young man, and always had money. He's rich ass entitled white boy, and he's funny as hell, and everybody likes him. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a bit.
White people.
I'm multitasking here during my business meeting. Like, I'm punching in business like, dude, do you need to? So he's dogpiling on Drake today.
Well, see, that's who I was gonna punch, but I know we're getting to Drake and Entertainment, so I didn't know where to go.
Oh, we'll go. Well, it's worth two mentions today. So
Okay.
Louis C.K. Let's see, pull up Louis' Twitter account.
Yeah, I was gonna punch Drake for
I don't-
sending a video to a female and thinking it wasn't gonna come out some point.
I don't condone the man
Who? Louis C.K.?
what he did, but I would. I mean, he's
You'd
really
pay to
really
see
good.
him
He's
still.
funny. He tweeted today, Drake got away with it. It's like, why am I getting thrown under the bus when Drake's doing it?
I think Drake sent that video to a female and she
different.
leaked it.
It's
It's totally
different.
different.
Totally different,
Like
dude.
they were
Louis,
sexting.
you're a pervert.
Yeah, you're a perv.
I almost think Louis doing that was almost like, I want to tread lightly here.
Okay, I'm listening.
Obviously, he wasn't physically harming a woman.
But
The fact that he was just wanted to do that and got his jollies off, that's actually, it's not as violent or grotesque, but isn't it weirder? I just want you to sit here and watch me in the floor. That's weirder. It wasn't even like he was trying to like make out with them or hook up with these women. He was just wanted them to see him do that.
but this
And then go about his day.
But
It's weird.
It's beyond weird, Mike. That's
perverted.
It's low key sexual assault.
It's perverted.
It's because I don't touch
It's
you.
emotionally assaulting for sure, no question. From the neck up, it's
Because
assaulting.
if I'm the woman, I'm like
Yeah.
so. At that point, my mind is like, okay,
Yeah,
Something is wrong here.
this is a great opportunity.
yeah.
But at the same time,
What's up? Someone just became a member. Okay,
yeah, but
go
at the
ahead.
same time, I should alert the authorities. What do you do?
I would tell on him. That's weird.
But you need the money in the gig.
A lot of women decided, fuck it, I need the gig. It's a high paid gig.
He didn't touch me.
Yeah, I'm
None
fine.
got on me.
A couple of women did actually defend him. It was weird, but I didn't give a shit. Whatever. I got the job.
So but you can't go to, you can't walk up behind a woman that almost park and do that.
Excuse me? Almost park and do that?
Almost.
Oh,
You can't just do that.
No. You're going to go to jail.
That's what I'm saying.
But he got away with it for a while because a lot of women were like, fuck it. Whatever. He didn't touch me. He's Louis C.K. He's a weirdo. Louis being Louis. Some women didn't give a shit. All of a sudden, though, when some women came out and started throwing him under the bus, then all these women were like, yeah, I saw he did it to me too. Me too, sure.
What? You
I've
too?
seen it too.
It's weird
I didn't
looking.
care, but whatever. But that doesn't mean that he should have gotten away with it for a long
whatever.
time.
So you
anyway, what a
punching him.
dumbass.
You punching
Stay
him.
out of the Drake stuff, Louis. Just you've come back. You're milling about. You're doing your bit. And Drake was not doing what you were doing.
Well,
Drake
they're saying
was
Drake may be AI.
Wasn't he
which is
sending
strange.
sending that to a girl
I hope.
and it leaked?
Well, I don't care. It could
After
be a dude.
he
I don't
leaked,
give a shit.
he leaked and she leaked it. Was that how it went?
From what I'm told, I'll never click on it. But from what I'm told, whether it's AI or whether it's
Yeah.
real, Drake's packing. That's what the streets are saying. I wouldn't expected that. Aubrey, I wouldn't expected Aubrey to be packing.
Oh, packing a big old dong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guys don't care. They got a little one. They'll show you anyway. People are weird, man. There's a lot of people with little wieners that don't give a shit. Here, look. Isn't that funny? Maybe that was Louis' bit. Look how small my penis is.
And Louis selling out
My
the
whole
garden.
hand covers it.
And Louis selling out the garden.
Right, because he's funny. And people can separate
I've never
that.
seen a second of his stand-up.
Who have you canceled that's been canceled, like personally? Like you said, you don't listen, you cannot hear an R. Kelly song and groove to it?
Look,
Come on.
look, he is. If you put the crazy bullshit aside, he's the king. He's the best to ever do it, R&B wise.
Yep.
But it's tough to put aside, and you don't want to offend anybody. You don't know who's in the
in your
room.
car by yourself with nobody around.
No, there's no R. Kelly on any of my playlists. I'm a Tidal guy. I have Tidal because of Jay-Z, even though he sold. Again, Jay-Z groupie comes back up. I have Tidal. I don't have Apple. I don't have Spotify. I have Tidal.
Okay.
But you will not find R. Kelly's name in any of my Tidal
Because of
playlists.
that?
Yeah, because of that.
Interesting. See, Mike Jackson's that for me. I can't
I've heard
listen
you.
to him.
I've heard you say that before.
I can't listen to Mike, and I loved him as a kid. Loved him. You and I could sit here and do a 4-hour podcast on Michael Jackson's history
Oh yeah.
from Jackson 5 all the way through Bad or Dangerous even.
Yeah.
Like we could discuss the nuance of the melodies on Dangerous. That's how much I was into Michael Jackson, but can't do it. It's too weird. No, can't do that.
I get it.
That's different. But that's rare for me. I can separate the entertainment value. What's up, Luis Deron? Just became a member. That means you get to watch hour number 2 at 12:30. 99% of the people that get canceled, whatever, okay.
But see,
It depends on what
R.
they
Kelly
did. What did they
R.
do to
Kelly,
get
But see,
canceled?
this is the thing. I could actually not have to cancel R. Kelly because he's paying his debt to society. He's actually in jail. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no
Mike's dead.
Right, Mike's dead, but even with Mike, I could get it. Like, yo, Mike's running around free. Screw that dude. I'm not listening to his music. But R. Kelly's actually paying his debt to society for what he did or didn't do, whatever.
He
The
never
justice
admitted
system,
it.
Justice
He got
system said he
convicted.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we know how the justice system works. But no, I don't have any R. Kelly in my playlist.
You watch any reruns of the Cosby Show?
No, and let me tell you something about Bill. Bill always had some. He wasn't Whitlock, LG, but he always had like, why are we naming our kids LaQuisha? And this like he had some off brand shit he would
Mark
say
that.
about black people. He had some off brand shit he would say about black people where I didn't run to Bill's defense. Like even though they fucked Bill. Like yo, we blaming this guy. We putting this guy in jail for shit that supposedly happened in the 70s and 80s when we were all taking Quaaludes and shit. No, I don't watch any. I don't think you can find any.
No,
Cosby.
they play. I've seen it. Yeah, they're
shows
still
are
showing
canceled?
reruns.
No,
I'm
they're
like,
not.
yeah, they are. Yeah, they're still showing reruns on TV, on regular TV.
No, I don't watch Cosby, but I never canceled Cosby. I just didn't care. I didn't.
Well, he was never convicted.
Didn't he go to jail?
Yeah, he did. He went to jail.
Yeah, but he
to
got
jail.
off.
Yeah,
on a
he did.
technicality.
Yeah,
Did Trump get him out?
I don't
No.
think it was Trump. I think there was some.
Was it
some
Kim
mistrial
Kardashian?
or
I know Kim
something.
Kardashian got a few brothers out of jail.
Excellent lawyers got his ass off.
But if I,
But somebody else is suing him again now.
so how does it work? Y'all help me out. Like I've been off the dating scene a while. We're partying. LG, you're single, and
Distance.
we both know. Like, hey, let's take this. Is it still date rape if I told her that yo we're about to take this pill? Is that still date rape?
No,
But
you
what
gotta,
if she's incoherent after that, doesn't it become date rape if I have sex with her?
Yes.
yes. If she's,
Even
if she's
though
not
she
conscious,
knew, even though she knew she took the pill,
Yeah, yes,
and
it
we
is.
knew we planned on doing
well, I
it.
wouldn't say it's date rape. It's just rape. At
They
that
didn't all
point.
know, though. He was drugging them behind their
Allegedly,
backs.
allegedly.
21 of them.
Yeah, he was pulling a CeeLo Green allegedly.
What do you mean,
CeeLo does
CeeLo?
that
Hold on,
too.
hold on,
He
hold
does
on,
that
hold
too.
on, hold on. We're going the CeeLo Green slander.
Oh yeah, he pulled a
He
Cosby.
does that.
Yeah, he does that. He got off. He settled out of court.
Paid
You know
it
that
off.
song "Happy" that Pharrell did?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be CeeLo's song, but he was too busy in court to record it, so he sold it to Pharrell.
I don't get. I guess because I'm such a dope ass dude. I don't.
Mark that.
I don't want it if I gotta take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And especially if you're in that position,
That like who like yeah like
My
who
ego.
you're that
Same.
famous.
who
Same.
want, I don't want it if you don't want to give it to me. Like
Same.
yo, hey, that's cool. Hey,
You don't want to fuck me?
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm
want
Mike
some-
fucking Taylor.
Want some bottled water? I call you Uber. What do you want?
I'm with you.
I don't want I don't get that part of it.
Because you're not a weirdo. You don't have a psychotic need to control women beyond sex into social issues or to ruin their lives emotionally. These people get off not on the sex, the conquering of them. what's that animal, that son of a bitch, all these white, crazy suburban kids love forever, Marilyn Manson.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't about the sex. It was part of it. It was the basis of it, but it was so beyond. Or Armie Hammer, this weird-ass cannibal motherfucker that wanted to slice parts of your butt off and eat that. That has nothing to do with sex at that point. It's an overwhelming desire to control and own somebody.
Yeah.
Specifically a little tiny woman, because you feel like a bigger dude.
Who was the safety?
You don't think that way because you're not a sick maniac.
Yeah, like who was the good-looking safety that played for the Saints? Ended up drugging people and went to jail for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
My wife had a crush on him.
I loved him. Darren Sharper.
Yes, his wife had a crush on him.
He's in prison.
Yeah, he's in prison. My Anna loved him.
He's a rapist.
Yeah. Like millionaire.
You're Darren Sharper.
One
what
of
are
the
you doing?
best looking dudes walking the planet.
Right.
And you're raping chicks.
Correct. Because it's not about
You're
the
a
sex.
fucking weirdo.
What was the Kellen Winslow Jr.?
And he was raping old women.
Raping old ladies. He had an old lady thing. Hot.
Wasn't nothing wrong if you like them a little long in the tooth. I don't care about that.
People that do this, that leads to, well, I mean, they were like 79, though, not 56. That's different. If you find out your man's doing this, ladies, I have a number for you to call. And it is the number of Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer.
Let's bring a good full circle.
Of
bring
this
it full
segment, 210-775-4995. Do not put up with your man date raping and eating the buns off of 80-year-old women. Divorce him now. Ruin him. Well, get away from him and get just detached from him. You don't need that. It is Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer of our show. It is orlandokell@gmail.com.
I'm sure. Hey, sorry about that, Londo.
Quite the punches.
Sorry, Londo.
No, he'll get calls. You watch.
Yeah, punch Bill Cosby.
All right.
21?
At least.
And that was such a great show.
I love
Had the
shit.
black family in a great light.
Yeah,
you know,
I love
coming
his
from
stand-up.
good times where everybody was in the projects and, you know, Bill Cosby's lawyer, doctor,
I know.
kids in school, you know. And
I know. I hear
But
it.
if I told you, I was giving it to you.
He didn't tell them all.
Oh, he didn't tell them all? Okay.
No. It's unfortunate. And what's also in his whole defense was, why didn't they say anything 35 years ago? Because they knew that was his claim. They knew it. And that was bullshit.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, anyhow. It's insane. Again, you're Bill Cosby. Why you have to drug anybody?
Yeah, you have great sweaters.
Because when you're Bill Cosby or Darren Sharper, you're used to having the pizza just get thrown at you.
And it gets boring.
And yeah, it gets boring. Okay, just another threesome here on a Saturday night. You need it, and because you're psychotic, it escalates into a situation that now all of a sudden you're locked up because you're a fucking idiot, a maniac. Okay, that's enough. All right, you got those pictures I sent you. It was funny yesterday.
Which
we were
pictures?
talking about notable alumni from my high school. I went to Arlington Heights High School in Fort Worth.
Right.
The most notable person I don't want to say famous. He's infamous.
Yeah, I don't know if he's famous. Well, he is famous.
The most
if everybody
recognizable
knows you,
name.
you're famous.
Yeah, the most famous man to ever graduate from my high school, unfortunately, was Lee Harvey Oswald, who may or may not have assassinated John Kennedy on November the 22nd, 1963.
What, the earth is flat, Mike? We
No,
never landed on the
he
moon.
didn't.
Dinosaurs never walked the earth, Mike.
So this went viral. I don't know. I'm not Kyrie Irving. This went viral. And I would have never put this together had I not seen the pictures side by side. Have you seen this?
Yeah, you showed me yesterday.
Okay, yeah. Put this back up for Thunderdome. Tell me that Brock Purdy does not look like the grandson of Lee Harvey Oswald? Holy shit! Now I really want the Chiefs to win. That is unbelievable.
Does he? Well, there's some,
That bottom picture of Purdy where he's kind of looking off to the side and smirking, that looks just like Lee Oswald
well, y'all
at
all
25.
look alike.
And for those of
That's
you listening
racist.
to the audio only version, here's
Correct.
a reason to watch the video.
Correct. I like how he says that so condescendingly. That's a shot at me for
Everything-
not explaining
Everything
first.
he does is
Yeah, I
condescending.
didn't
fucking love
qualify
it.
by
I
saying we are
love
now showing photos on the video version of our show.
Only because I know you and you don't.
Mm-hmm.
LG's the only person that can get away with that shit with you.
Well, without LG, there's no show.
Exactly.
Don't me to me, damn it.
So Purdy and Oswald.
Look at that. That looks it's uncanny. He looks just like his grandson.
The bottom one to me gives more Purdy. Actually the top one there. Almost the same
They
smirk,
all do.
same silhouette.
So if you're not watching, what we're showing are two photos of Brock Purdy, one on top of the other, next to two photos of Fort Worth's own Lee Harvey Oswald with two photos on top of one another. And this is one of those looks like a college picture, maybe a picture from when he was in the Marine Corps where he was a sharpshooter, one of the top sharpshooters of his class. And then the bottom picture is a mugshot from a prior arrest, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
so
had a record.
he had some troubles.
Oh, yeah, he had issues. He actually defected and moved to Russia for a little while. He turned his back on the United States.
Go figure.
And he was a communist. Moved to Russia, married a Russian woman, moved her back to Fort Worth, and they wound up renting an apartment. He took a job, an odd job, like a plumber or some shit, or I don't know, apprentice to maybe a plumber, I want to say, in Dallas. That's why. So they moved from Fort Worth to Dallas. He was living with his mom 2 blocks from the school I went to. He got a job. They moved to Dallas, and he decided, I'm going to go to off JFK now.
Who was the guy that was sitting around and said, you know what? Brock Purdy looks like Lee Harvey Oswald. Who was the guy that did that?
Some guy who jerks off in front of women because he's weird. I don't know. I would never would have thought of this. Somebody discovered this. I don't know who thought of this.
Yeah, Mahomes is going to win.
This is going out all over yesterday.
No, I'm not betting against Mahomes anyway.
No. I don't think Brock Purdy sucks, by the way. I think Brock Purdy's good. He's pretty good. He's not elite.
You like him? You take him over Dak? In Dak's system.
Same roster? Same system?
No, just flop him. Just swap them.
Dak's far more talented.
Put Dak
Skills.
on San Francisco. So Dak's in the Super Bowl if he's playing for Kyle Shanahan?
No. Dak doesn't have what it takes. Dak does not have that second gear that is required that the Chiefs had, that Patrick Mahomes has.
So if he's up in Kansas City, Dak's not in the Super Bowl 3 years?
I think Dak has shitty turnovers, and I don't think Dak comes back from down 21 to the Lions last week. No.
Oh, no. You're right about that. Good point.
So.
All right, mic drop.
It's weird because
mic drop.
All right. Well, one more.
No, I'm not cutting you off. I'm just saying. No, that was a great point.
Purdy has the intangibles that make up for lack of physical skill. Not that he's physically limited at all. He's just he's a kid. He's tiny. He's a little person.
You know, the thing I didn't take into account that has clearly benefited him on this level, I didn't give enough credence to him starting all 4 years at Iowa State.
Yeah.
Like, college and pro are they're night and day, right? But for 4 years, from the time you were 18, you were playing in front of 100,000 every week, and it was always on you, and you've had to make. And it was not like there's a bunch of talent at Iowa State. Every week, it's on him. If they won games while he was at Iowa State, 8 times out of 10, it was because of him, and I didn't.
That's right.
And my dumb ass didn't give him enough credit for that. That means something. Again, it's the Big 12, and you can say what you want about the Big 12, but it's big boy football every week. You're going to OU. You're going to play at Norman. You're coming down to Darrell K. Royal and playing. You're going to Baylor and playing in front of 100,000. Or when you're out of conference. That means something, especially when you, from the time you touched campus to the time you left.
It means position, especially.
It means something.
Especially at that position. Saban offered him, but could not guarantee him a starting gig. He would have backed up all 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. It would have been Mac Jones. Mac Jones only started 1 year for Saban.
Right. I don't know that Purdy would have started a year at Bama. But Paul Rhodes at Iowa State's like, you're our guy day one. Come on in. So he's like, cool. So
what city is he from? Where's he from?
Alabama!
Brock, he's from Phoenix, Arizona.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's an Arizona kid.
So he's probably a scratch golfer, too.
Oh, yeah. He's a cowboy, too. There's pictures of him on a ranch and shit. His family are like ranchers. He wears cowboy hats and Western shirts and buckles and shit like that.
Does he live at home with his mom and save his money? Like,
he drives a Toyota Corolla, I think, or some shit like that.
Man.
Yeah, he's saving that money. Yeah. He's got a little bit of titty baby in him for sure.
I thought he was Iowa State.
But on that football field.
Okay.
No, he went to Iowa State.
Okay.
But he's from Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Got offered from Bama, but he wanted to go he went to Iowa State because he got coached up. Yeah, for sure. Anyhow, he's a good dude. He's kind of a vanilla guy for sure. But
you can't go for bang bang Niner game because of your cowboy ties. It's just not in you.
No,
you can't do it.
I'm not going to be upset. I mean, I support local kids. Spencer Burford. It'd be cool to see him get a ring.
Yeah,
the right guard for the Niners.
Oh yeah.
He went to Wagner. It'd be cool to see him get. I don't hate anybody. But no, I just like greatness. I'm not. You'll notice this working with me now on a daily basis. I more often than not root for the favorites.
You do?
I do.
That's strange.
More often than not, I root for the bigger market teams too.
So you were rooting for Golden State during their little run.
I did. Yeah.
Really?
I love Steph Curry and I love Draymond Green. I would rather watch the Lakers play. If the Spurs aren't there, give me Lakers, Boston, Lakers, Knicks over like Nuggets, Bobcats.
Miami. So you didn't give a shit about Nuggets Miami last year?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Miami. I
know how you are about some sports. Like some sports, you're like, I don't give a shit who it is. I don't got time for it.
No, and I also support any and all things Texas. So I love Houston's own Jimmy Butler. He's a cool dude.
He went to Tyler Junior College too. Don't leave that out.
He absolutely did.
Yeah.
You bet your ass he did. He also owns a vineyard in France. He created a coffee company now in Europe.
Well, he was the coffee dude in the bubble. He was charging,
is that right?
He was charging $20 a cup. Apparently, he made some damn good
Making
coffee.
his own.
Him and LG could have a competition.
Yeah, so I love Jimmy Butler. So no, Miami, LA, I'm that guy. Miami, LA, New York, Chicago. If my teams aren't in it, I'd rather see the NCAA tournament. I don't want to watch Loyola of Chicago.
Unless it's Rangers Diamondbacks, which
that's
nobody gave a shit about.
I'm a Rangers fan.
I get that,
If it ain't my team. I don't give a shit about Loyola, Chicago versus Seton Hall in the Final Four. I want Duke, Carolina.
Then you hated this past Final Four with like Florida Atlantic and San Diego State. You hated that shit.
Though. I'm glad neither one of them won. Wait, what was the championship?
Connecticut won.
Yeah, UConn
won.
Cool. Thank God. At the end of the day, order was restored because UConn, a traditional power, a blue blood, won the title. F off Florida Atlantic. And there's no reason behind that. I can't tell you why. I don't want to. Taylor's just a big market front runner. Maybe I don't know.
That's
man.
the
I just
Dallas
find
thing. You're from
myself
Dallas.
wanting to watch the major teams. Thank you, but close enough. It's fine. I like greatness. I like tradition. I like the Yankees. If the World Series, if it was Diamondbacks and Marlins, or Diamondbacks rather, Orioles, meh. But put the Yankees in there, every pitch. I can't explain it. I like greatness.
I guess
we're a show for winners, Rudy.
We are winners.
For winners by winners.
I guess I'm giving Kyle Shanahan too much credit because I would like to think that Dak would have at least been to an NFC championship in that role.
I would too because I love Dak Prescott. I'm just giving up on him as a champion. He's hit his ceiling, and we've already seen it, I'm afraid. All right, it is in the building. We are also brought to you by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of In the Building with Rudy and Taylor and DJ LG on Love You Hard TV. They got 7 stores all over the area. Rudy is so good about posting their specials and doing bit. I need to get better about doing bits at Texas.
Well, you
Cheer
have the
myself.
biggest bit in their history. You got 21,000 views when you promoted their billboard that they have out in Bernie.
That was a good bit.
That was a great
funny.
bit.
It was funny.
If you haven't seen it, go to Texas Cheer Liquor Instagram or go to Mike's Instagram. It's like up to there's over 20,000 views.
Is that what it is now? That's
well
good.
over 20,000.
Oh, very good. That's what us influencers are capable
Yeah, we're
of doing.
influencers. I'm
That
an
drives
influencer.
my kids crazy. Drives my kids nuts. Daddy's an influencer. Oh, God, we know.
Yeah.
It's so not what
My
they
kids,
expect.
yeah, same. Yeah, they're like, whatever. They talk shit about me, but then ask me for shit.
Like, I'll tell my kids, when I posted that I was leaving iHeart, it got 100,000 views. What? They're like,
did it?
I think so. And my kids are like, oh my God, I can't believe 10 people would care about that. You're just daddy,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
nobody to
Thanks
them.
for the ego shot.
Right.
But anyhow, thank you for mentioning that. That was a funny post. I can't take full credit for that. That was the idea of this little Mexican girl I live with, a co-host of Bean and Cheese Man, who, by the way,
what up?
shout
What
out
up,
to Bean
bitches?
and
Not you.
Cheese
I'm
Man.
not-
No, Bean
I'm
and
talking
Cheese.
about-
What's
no,
up, Bean and Cheese Man?
No, I
You
wasn't.
seen that?
I wasn't talking about that.
The one with the glasses, baby.
What about her?
Now, episode 2 of their new season comes down tonight live on their
Tonight, right?
Facebook page. They have 120,000 freaking viewers. They had like 90,000 views last week.
Are you serious?
Yes. God damn, man. Yeah, they did only y'all work once every 2 weeks.
What are we doing wrong?
I don't know. Maybe I should start wearing glasses and wear a chongo. I don't know. But episode 2 of their seasons tonight. Thank you, dear. She came up with that idea for that billboard bit, and it did work well. And I'm happy that it blew up and stuff. And speaking of Texas Cheer, thank you not only for selling great hooch and being a badass local business in this town. All Texas Cheers, I believe all of them now have, you can confirm this maybe, I believe all of them, or at least most of them now, have a barbecue flyer in the door. They're supporting the barbecue this
they
year.
are.
I highly, highly appreciate that. Sunday's the Super Bowl. Can't buy liquor on Sunday. Make sure you load up on stock.
Yeah, they just got a huge
By
shipment
Saturday.
in. They got a huge shipment in for Super Bowl weekend, and they are still hiring. Send your resumes to TexasCheerLiquor@gmail.
And mention
if you need
us.
a part-time. Yeah, mention
You're
us.
probably going to get an interview if you mention that you're Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I couldn't hurt.
I call them TCL because I'm cool. Shout out to TCL.
What's up, TCL?
Yeah.
Once they become a massive brand, well, they'll be able to just put TCL on the shirts
Right.
and people will know what it is.
And shout out to Amon's sister. They look just alike. The two owners,
Sing, motherfucker.
Amon and Renee, they look just alike.
She chastised me the other day. Did I tell you this?
For never mentioning her.
Correct. Oh, you give my brother all the love. You know, I'm also half owner. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're like twins.
Yeah. I don't want to cross her.
No, she'll fuck you up.
And
You know she's a former cop.
I do know that. And
fuck you up.
I understand that. And I've also met Lee, her husband.
Lee will
I
fuck you
do
up.
not want to cross Mrs. Lee, i.e. my boss at Texas Cheer Liquor.
Shout out to Lee. That's my guy.
All right. All right. So this next portion of this show,
What we doing?
and I beg you to take it with not just a grain of salt, maybe a block of salt. It's trade week, and I always have to preface all of the Spurs rumors.
Tomorrow, right? Okay. Go ahead. Let's do it.
Is it tomorrow?
I thought it was the 8th. Let me do some
All right.
search.
I
Don't
think it's-
ask questions you can
I
Google.
think it's Friday.
That's what a smart man once
I was
told
thinking
me.
it was Friday. Anyway,
Go ahead.
so it's coming up. And with all of these things that get reported, I always take it
Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
okay,
Tomorrow.
with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Because the Spurs are the best in the NBA at not leaking their shit.
Used to be.
Okay, it's funny you say that.
Used to be.
Why do you think that? Why do you
Ever
think it
since the
slipped
Kawhi,
some?
I don't know. Ever since the Kawhi saga,
That was
there's
his
a
people,
mole.
though,
No, but
right?
there's a mole. Because remember, we found out that LaMarcus Aldridge wasn't happy, and we all said that couldn't happen. The Spurs don't let that type of stuff get out. Turns out LaMarcus wasn't happy.
Right.
There was stuff swirling around DeJounte Murray. That wouldn't happen. The Spurs are like the CIA. Turns out there was some shit going on. I don't know if that person, whoever the mole is still there. They used to be the KGB, the CIA. They used to be secretive, but that's a whole different regime of people. There's younger people in the building.
I see.
Trying to get their name out there, whatever, trying to be cool with Woj and trying to be cool with Shams. And, you know, it's a whole different group of people down there. So I would say they used to be really secretive. Not as much anymore.
Yeah, maybe in like 2002, we never find out about the psychiatrist.
But now, yeah.
all of a sudden, Josh Primo just got released.
Come on.
We don't know why.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we find out like, oh, they had already known and they still gave him an extension. We wouldn't have found those things out. Remember when the whole Tony Parker, Brett Berry thing went down and it was just like, zip, and that it happened, move on. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Those days are long gone. We would have found out that today, we would have known all the details of every blow by blow, whatever happened. I don't know what happened with that situation. I don't really give a shit. None of my business. But I'm saying in today's NBA, in today's Spurs world, we would have known every single bit of information.
Correct. Okay. So that being said,
It's different.
this is not that big a deal. This is just a little trade for a spare point guard. That's all. I'm just saying, normally it's the agents that put this shit out there.
Good point.
Players will put this shit out there because they're lying. Agents will lie their balls off. Shoe companies will float stuff to lie just to get stuff going. I wish we had a massive piece of drama with the Spurs, but this is Hoops Hype is saying
Okay.
that the Spurs are considering trading for the older brother of Trey Jones, Mike Taylor's show's own, Tyus.
Interesting.
There's the Hoops Hype says. And it's not one of those where the Spurs could have an interest because they need a point guard. No, it's the Spurs are interested in Tyus Jones. All right.
That could still come from Ty's agent because because his client is disgruntled.
And
You know
I
what I
wouldn't
mean?
blame him. Now, Tyus Jones is certainly no world beater,
No.
but he is a point guard, a bona fide, legitimate point guard who's played in the NBA. And San Antonio only has one on the freaking roster who happens to be his brother. So the pros to that, if it's true,
You like that? I mean,
he's
what's the
basically
difference?
his brother with a little bit better 3-point shot.
True.
The
Definitely
team-
a better shooter.
You know me, I think the team could use a little bit of shakeup.
No, you want to trade everybody but Wemby.
I do.
That's not a shakeup, Mike.
Well, at least I want a message to be sent to Wemby
That's a blow-up.
that we are taking this very serious. We're not going to sit up here and just let all this losing occur. It's a business. We're going to do what we have to do, even if it's ruthless, the way we used to be, to do right by you. Wemby, right? That doesn't mean they're going to trade 6 guys by tomorrow, but maybe 1 or 2 guys would be nice. Mm-hmm. Get rid of some of these veterans that never play, like Devontae Graham. Doogie McDermott's wasting space.
Yeah, like what are they
Chetty
there for?
Osman.
What are they there for? Now,
Nothing.
those guys, you and I
Roster filler.
we're on the same page with those guys. Like, what are we doing?
Roster filler.
Zach Collins is a bum.
Zach Collins
He
is a
got
big
punched
old
in the
spare.
face the other day by Donovan Mitchell. Y'all
That was a
see
cheap
that?
Well
shot.
deserved.
I would have punched his ass too.
That was a cheap, but Zach's dirty. That's his job though on this team, isn't it?
He admitted
Kinda.
it was dirty.
Yeah, he's Bill Lambier, right? But he's Bill Lambier.
He's not that dirty, but yeah. I feel you. He
on a
is,
2024 dirty level. You can't be Bill
Yeah.
Lambier dirty. You get
and it would be cool for the Jones brothers to get to play with each other, even for a couple of months, because Tyus is a free agent. And the cons are, he's a free agent. He's not your point guard of the future, but he may be the backup point guard of the future. He's better than his brother. It'd be ironic if
No,
they ever
he'd
let
be
us.
starting.
They
He's the
just signed
starter.
his brother to an extension.
No, if they were to trade for Tyus, he's the starter.
On this roster, yeah.
Yeah, on this roster.
But he ain't the roster of the future when they're ready to go win playoff series.
No, and keep in mind, for the longest time, he was playing behind Ja Morant
Right.
when he was in Memphis.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's terrible.
No, he's not.
He may be the backup point guard of the future.
Right.
Maybe one of these days he replaces Trey, his brother, ironically, as the backup point guard. They need a dynamic, all-star caliber level point
the
guard.
Wizards
And
the
Tyus
Wizards-
would be a great backup.
Yeah, the Wizards are in like disarray. If there's a team that's worse than the Spurs, it's the Wizards.
Oh yeah, they're
or
terrible.
the Pistons.
They're horrible. So that's just it. I mean, that's what's out there. And Hoops Hype's a pretty credible place.
I rock with Hoops Hype, especially when I need salary cap talk. But yeah, I would again, my wish list: Darius Garland, Trae Young, Zion.
Oh, wait.
Like I have to find a star. Now I don't know if either of those. I don't.
I'm proud of Zion. He's had a good season.
I need a star. Wemby needs a star. He needs a
Zion
star. Look,
is
and I'm
a,
not saying it has to happen today.
I hope Zion's turned the corner on the bad health issues. 'Cause
Zion would be great because everyone talks about we need a point guard, but when Wemby goes out of the game, there's nobody down low.
Correct.
It's just a giant hole down there. They can be up by 10. Wemby goes out, now they're down by 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can see the difference.
Zach Collins sucks. Who's that dude who got injured? He was better.
Who?
Charles
Bassey.
Bassey, yeah.
I liked Bassey. I don't know if I liked, but I liked Bassey because Bassey, I don't have to call any plays for him. He wants to come in there and rebound, set screens, and block shots.
Right.
Exactly.
You need that guy. You need that guy that's like, I know my role. I'm just here to do the dirty work, and that's what Bassey brought. So hopefully, he comes back and is healthy next season.
I just want guys who can play, and I don't want about 8 of the current group, so I can be talked into anything.
Yeah, just let the brisket cook, please, Mike.
Yeah,
Stop
I
touching
understand that. You keep
the
going
grill.
to that.
Stop.
But I'm cooking bad brisket. That ain't good meat in there. I mean, you can throw some skirt steak from fucking Walmart Supercenter into the grill and let it cook till it's perfect. It ain't gonna be. It's still just skirt steak from Walmart Supercenter. Zach Collins, Chetty Osman, Devontae Graham, all these muckers, and Keldon Johnson too. By the way, is just a guy
Yes.
on a good team. He's a bench player on a good team. Like I was reading some shit with the Knicks today. The Knicks are in the market for some backup help. And Keldon Johnson's name came up. Like he couldn't start in New York.
Oh hell no.
Of course not.
No.
Yeah.
The
So,
Knicks are all in, by the way.
I don't want
Knicks
them
are
all
trying to win
traded,
it all, yeah.
but I can be talked into anything.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying get fuck Devin Vassell. But I'm picking up the phone though on
Yeah.
everybody.
If you're gonna give me Darius Garland or Trae Young, and we can talk Devin.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
I know, but a lot of people in San Antonio aren't crazy about Trae Young.
Because of no defense that he got lost in Atlanta and they've never won anything.
Well, shit, Tony Parker never played no defense either.
Yeah, but Trey would have Wemby.
Right.
So that should, by osmosis, make Trey a better defender because he's got Wemby on the team when Wemby hits to his prime here in a couple of years. Anyway, I'm excited for the deadline tomorrow. It's what time? 3 o'clock Eastern?
2 o'clock Central,
So
sir.
2 o'clock, we'll be off the air. Damn it. So we'll be able to overreact to the deadline. Although maybe some things will drop while we're doing the live show tomorrow between, 11 and or that members only.
Hopefully
Another
it
reason to
doesn't
become a member. That way you can start watching the 12:30 hour because we could have trades that come down while we're doing the members only tomorrow. So make sure you become a member on whatever platform you choose.
Wemby's first trip to South Beach tonight.
Okay, cool.
Live. If you're Wemby, the season's over. Do you just take in South Beach? Say, fuck it. Ask Papa if we can stay tonight in Miami.
I don't see that he's a
They
partying
can't.
type
They
kid.
can't. They go to
got a
Orlando tomorrow. They go to Orlando tomorrow. What do you mean you don't see he's a partying type kid?
He ain't
He's
a
a
partying
kid.
kid.
He's 7'5" and he's rich and he's in Miami.
Based on what I've seen from him, he'll be in Little Havana at one of the Cuban museums. He'll take in the Modern Art Museum in downtown.
The season's over.
South Beach is overrated.
He's an
anyway.
artistic
It
kid.
is. I
He
agree.
ain't a
Overrated.
partier. I like South Beach.
Well, this is the thing, LG. Everybody can't party abroad like you. Everything's
Nah,
overrated
there's just
to
better.
you.
There's better places in Miami to party.
Well, see, but you're not Wemby. You're
Yeah,
not an
well,
NBA player.
Wemby told the Spurs not to call him after 9:30 because he's reading a book and asleep.
Wemby's going to the museum. I bet you.
I
I
think-
bet you right now, Wemby's at a museum or some shit like that.
I think
right now.
I think for Jags like us, Miami's overrated.
And he can't drink legally.
Bullshit.
But have you
Well,
been
yeah,
able to
that's
party?
bullshit,
but
but-
have you been able to party the way high rollers can party on
I
South
haven't.
Beach?
I went to Miami
No.
once and it was overrated for me.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be a whole
a
different
picture
scene if
of-
I had millions of dollars in the
Yeah.
bank.
Yeah, a pitcher of mojitos was $60. My wife and I were like, let's get the fuck out of here.
I love Miami. I love it. From West Palm Beach all the way
I was
down to
too
the
broke.
Keys.
It was 2010 when we went. We were broke.
That
we
whole
weren't
Atlantic-
broke, but we didn't have enough to party like we wanted
I
to.
like Florida. You ever been to Florida much?
Yeah, I've been to Destin.
Okay, I've not been to. I've been to.
It's a bunch of old people, but Destin was lit. I liked it.
St. Pete, Tampa Bay is awesome and very underrated because of all the Miami shit. From West Palm Beach all the way down to the Keys, I like
Shit
that
hole.
shit.
Aren't
Look at
those
that.
all
From
aren't-
Fort Lauderdale all the way down to the Keys, shitholes.
No, it's not.
Aren't
Every
they
fucking
all
island
old
is a
snowbirds?
shithole.
Aren't
Until
they-
you get to
Shit.
Key West.
He's full of shit.
Aren't they all old snowbirds down there? Old people that
No.
moved from New York? No.
Why don't the four of us, not him, you're not invited, go to South Beach one time? when
Yeah,
we get
you
some
could
money.
tour all the trailer parks and let me know how it is while you sweat in humidity.
Well, you talk about a cigar scene, Little Havana. Woo!
Little
I've heard-
Havana's a different beast.
You like Little Havana?
Wait,
do.
no. You called everything a shithole.
I said
You don't get
everything
to
from
walk
Fort
it back.
Lauderdale down to the Keys.
Little
Havana's
Havana
not
is
in Fort
it's
Lauderdale.
in Miami on the way to the Keys.
Yeah, but Little
I love
Havana's a
y'all.
different
I love
beast.
y'all.
It's a
Isla
different
Morada
beast.
is beautiful.
What is?
Key Largo's a piece of shit.
Isla Morada.
The whole drive down there, they say, oh, there's a beautiful fucking drive. No, it's not.
You need
You
to-
like to see trailer parks as far as the eye can see? Yeah, take that drive.
You need to start smoking weed again. He's gone cold turkey and he's been an asshole for a month. You need to get out with the
fucking love
people.
y'all.
Have y'all ever seen that
Which one?
Bloodline show on Netflix where they're
awesome.
selling cokes? That's
Yeah.
exactly how that is. It's sweaty, swampy, and trailer parks
Get
everywhere.
off my people. Those are my people.
Exactly. Of course you like it down
I
there.
like beach redneck people.
White people.
What about Clearwater?
Never not been to
Never
Clearwater.
been,
That's the
no.
other side. That's where who's from Clearwater?
Where'd all the boats be at?
Dion?
Fort Lauderdale
Oh, okay. And you think that's a shithole too?
is a shithole.
Yeah, okay. Last time I was in Fort Lauderdale, we got to take pictures of Steven Spielberg's ship because he had it parked out in the
It's
harbor.
not a yacht. It's a ship.
It's a
fucking
yacht.
ship.
That's where all the yachts are parked in the United States. They're all parked at Fort Lauderdale because they have the biggest like yacht service center. Ralph Lauren's yachts down there.
Yep.
Oh, no
Wayne Huizinga or whatever
Jerry.
his name is.
Not
is
a
down there.
shithole.
It's a shithole for regular people.
Oh,
yeah.
for regular people.
For
right.
regular people, it's a shithole because all you get on is the damn water taxi because you can't afford nothing else. And then you take a little tour and they're like, hey, here's a $10 billion yacht. Here's
Yo,
another one. And here's
LG
another one.
Is a travel snob because he's traveled so much.
He travels poor though. I love that kind of traveling. Don't get me wrong, but I've also traveled with a little bit of money. Like I took a private taxi, and we got to go by D Wade's house, the CEO of
Oh, you what's it called?
in the canal,
Mansion Row, Miami Mansion,
something like that.
Yeah,
it's
Miami,
along the canal,
yeah.
and Fort Lauderdale goes all the way down. So I got to see where D Wade lives. Not a shithole.
Shaq, Pat
And
Riley.
why is that? Why do you travel to go stare at rich people's property?
It was
like,
on
what
the
fuck
way
is
to the
point of
beach where
that?
we were going to go beach, and
It's
the
just
tour
like-
guide points it
It's
out.
like the people who take the Hollywood tour that just to go like,
Dude,
I
you're
like
just
that.
making
It's like,
shit
what the
up.
hell is
We
this?
didn't go there to see D Wade's house. We happened to pass it on the way to the
but
private
that's
beach.
one of your highlights.
Oh, gotcha.
The guy pointed it out. My point is, it's not a shithole. It's where Dwayne Wade
Okay,
lives.
it's not a shithole.
shithole.
It's a shithole. It's not a shithole for the 1%.
The CEO of Lacoste, you can tell it's his
There you
house
go.
because he has the big
alligator on it.
statue in front of his house because he wants you to know who lives
nice.
there. I like Florida, and I also like poor ass rednecks from Florida too. I like that shit.
Did you know Key West does not have a beach at all?
I did. It's rocks.
Period.
No, it's just a plank. You
There's
jump
no
off.
sand.
No.
Isla Morada is where they film Bloodlines. That's where Jimmy lives. Jimmy Johnson lives in Isla Morada. He's a southern ocean redneck.
Yeah.
That's my people. That's who I get along with the best. And Mexicans.
Yo, y'all both been to Port A. The Keys are like Port A,
Wow.
but a lot worse. A lot more humid. The water's nice. It's
very humid.
There's
The
some
water's
good
nicer.
snorkeling.
Yeah, the water's
The
nice.
water's
Fishing's
nice.
awesome.
Fishing's good.
I suck at fishing.
I caught a barracuda as long as this fucking room in Key West. That
Yeah,
was
I swam with a bunch of
unbelievable.
nurse sharks in Key Largo.
Catch and release.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah. I was scared to death. But the tour guide that I hired to go with me in the shithole had to take it off the hook. I ain't touching no barracuda. See
No.
the fucking teeth everywhere. Yeah.
So
Anyway.
you didn't catch it.
I caught it and reeled it in onto the boat.
You,
I didn't
you
unhook
didn't
it.
bait it. You didn't bait your hook.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah. Little what do they call them down there? And they're like little bass.
Yeah.
Some shit. I don't know. I don't
I
remember.
know what you're talking about.
He's right to an extent, yes. If rednecks on the beach are not your tea, then you're not going to want to drink that. He's correct about that. But I get along great with those
Yeah,
people.
that's cool.
That's half my family. Ocean rednecks. That's my folks. Well, my daddy's folks, anyway. My dad is more comfortable on a beach with no shirt on and jorts, cut off jorts, than he would be in some private club in Hollywood or wherever.
With that being said, Key West is the gayest place in America I've ever been to.
What
Did
is
you
that?
get
so
slapped in the
open.
ass by a gay guy in the bar?
It was a drag queen.
Drag queen
Yeah.
slapped LG on the ass.
It was a paddle.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hand. It was it was an aluminum paddle that she pulled out of the freezer. It was 4 a.m. and the bar was closing and we were looking for a drink and she was like, "Well, I can give you a drink, but
Hey,
you have to
son.
be initiated."
Hey, do you remember the time I caught the barracuda?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys are giving me crap because I didn't take it off the hook. I was too afraid of its teeth. They're saying it didn't count, even though I baited the hook. I caught it, I hooked it, I reeled it in, but the tour guide took it off for me. So they're saying it doesn't count. I should get most credit though, don't you think?
I mean, technically it wasn't really because we were on like a tour, so aren't they required to take it off for you?
Oh, maybe so. I don't remember that.
See, this is family love.
Taking it up for pops. Okay, I couldn't have taken it off.
I would have said yeah if we weren't on like a tour.
Right, it was a tour with a tour guide. It was I had to rent a boat and everything.
For insurance purposes,
Yeah.
they have to take it
Yeah.
off for you.
You remember that? Did you have a good time down in Key West?
Yeah, I did.
Cool. Sorry we made you sit with that babysitter for 3 days, though.
Yeah,
You remember that part?
I don't.
Oh, okay, well, good.
But you know what I do remember? And I don't even remember if this was in Key West, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
We were in the hotel, and I started having like a meltdown. And you know what? You guys said that I just needed to quiet down or the police was gonna come.
We were lying.
And you were lying, and then you knocked on the door and pretended to be the police, and I was so scared.
Yeah, I'm sorry that's what you took from the trip.
That's all I remember.
I am the one who
It was
knocks.
the only way to get you to behave because you were having a meltdown and we couldn't get control of you. So I had to threaten you with a po-po.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good parenting.
Oh, you think so? I thought it was traumatizing.
No, that's awesome.
Clearly, the kid still
do
remembers.
what
It's
you gotta do,
unfortunate.
baby.
Well, you're a great kid now, and I love you very much. And have a good day. I got to get back to the show.
Okay.
All right, call me when you get out.
Laters.
Okay.
Bye. About that. Forgot about the part where this kid. This is the kid that would have the biggest meltdowns. I'm like, if you don't stop, the neighbor's going to call the police. And so I'd like go in the other room and that worked.
Hey, it's better than beating them.
Threatening to call
It's
the
better than
police.
beating
on my
them. At least
own
you didn't
kid.
beat them.
All right, go Spurs, go beat the Heat.
Yeah, they got the heat tonight. If I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if I'm Wemby, man, I'm painting the town. Like,
Yeah,
hey, Pop,
well-
I'm too tired. We're going to stay here in Miami. I don't want to go to Orlando tonight.
Yeah, he just strikes me as the kind of kid that's going to go to a museum, tour Little
Man, we
Havana,
don't know
and be in
these
bed
dudes.
by 9.
He has a great PR team.
He's also underage.
He knows how to play this. He knows what city he plays in.
Yeah.
But if I'm him, like, dude, the season's over, dude.
Yeah,
Go
you
paint
are
the town.
19. You got
Go
20
paint
million
the town,
bucks. Yeah,
dude.
have some
Go to
fun.
live.
Have some fun.
Go to
All right.
live. Go somewhere.
All right, it is
Booby Trap. That's the
Absolutely.
spot down there in my.
Booby Trap.
It's
I've
called
not been to
Trap.
Booby Trap.
My buddy who worked for P Diddy, when P Diddy would live in Miami. Yeah, when P Diddy would live in Miami, they would go to this strip club
Filing
called
that
Booby
away
Trap.
for a future reference. Viewed Booby Trap. All right,
Heard it's fire.
My kids' calls brought to you by R&R Auto Glass, the official place to get your glass fixed in your vehicle in this town. Even if you live just a little bit outside of town, it's easy to find. It's right by the airport at 281 in Tacoma. R&R Auto Glass, where they fix glass in all vehicles, whether it's the sunroof, front windows, back windshield, side windows. Maybe the little door panel isn't working, so your windows aren't rolling up or down. My mom drove a 1979 Pacer in 1988.
The Pacer.
The window would not roll down. We had to literally open the door as a passenger side. Open the door. I had to put one hand, my left hand on the inside of the window, my right hand on the outside of the window, squeeze the glass and push it down. Push it down, but can't go too far because it'll get stuck. You leave about this much room so you can take your hand and push it back up. It was ridiculous.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It builds character.
Yeah, that's where I learned that's where I hung out with a bunch of redneck white trash people on the Gulf Coast of Texas. That's where I got that affinity in those days, those childhood experiences. That's where that redneck ocean guy. That's why
Everybody's skin looks like leather.
oh, it's fucking great. I want to be Jimmy Johnson at 80 years old. I want Jimmy's
Could
life.
never live in Port.
He works one day a week. Not Port A. It's racist as hell. Not everybody's racist,
No.
but it's too many. One day a week, you talk football on Fox. 6 days a week, you fish from mahi-mahi from your fucking beach house. Boom. That's the life I want to have at 80 when I'm Jimmy Johnson. Good times. Anyway, go to R&R Auto Glass to get your glass fixed.
I'll replace fishing with golf.
And mention me.
I don't want to
like
fish.
golf.
I
I'll
don't
golf
want
on
to fish.
occasion.
Fish,
Mention me.
I suck. Mention Taylor at R&R Auto Glass.
And get you a hookup. Get you a little discount. All right. We also need, oh, by the way, the phone number, 210-340-2588 to R&R. 210, of course, 340-2588 or rnrautoglass.com. We will be at Southtown 101 Sunday. 3:30 is when we'll be there. Me and Rudy.
3:30-ish.
I'll be there on time.
I'm on CPT always.
See, I like how you get to play that card.
You get to say W trash. I don't throw that around.
Okay. All right.
I don't
So,
call anybody that.
Rudy
term.
might be late fashionably because he's cool and he's on
Colored people
Cool
time.
people.
cool people time. Oh,
Who
okay,
says
okay.
colored, bro?
I
It's
thought that's what you
2024.
meant.
You see what I'm saying? This is the shit I got to deal with.
Trash, all right? Take a
Why
look
would
at
it be
yourself.
colored?
No one ever
Who says colored?
everyone
in
that says
2024?
CPT.
Yeah, cool people time.
That's different. So I can be on CPT then.
Don't say that because they're going to think you mean colored.
See, I can't say that. It's
No, you can't. Who gives a shit?
No, bullshit.
No, don't call people colored.
All right.
If you see
Well,
a dude look at me, don't say, hey,
I'll
the
be on
colored guy was standing behind me. I promise you it's not going to end well. Hey, man, Taylor, the one that does the show with the colored guy.
That's
Don't do
almost
it.
worse than the N-bomb.
Yeah,
colored
colored is
hut.
awful.
I'm uncomfortable saying it in front of you, and in the context we're
Yeah,
using it.
CPT, cool people
Okay,
time.
cool people time.
3:33.
You're not going to roll up in a
3:34.
limo, are you?
No, I'll be in an Uber.
You're going to specify, you're going to request like a high dollar Uber?
Hell
Like
no.
give me the Tesla or whatever?
No, I just want to make sure I leave the party
All right. Well, we'll be there.
in one piece.
Sunday at 3:30-ish is when we're going to get rolling with our party. The kickoff's at 5:30. I wanted to make sure that we got there early so we could have some time to hang, because once the game starts, we're going to want to watch football. Not that I'm going to be like, shut up, don't talk to me, or I've got to watch every play. If the Cowboys were playing, I'd be watching the game at home. But
What? You're that guy?
Yeah, it's the Cowboys? Dude, I got to be at home. Got to have my
Oh, if
shit.
it was Super Bowl.
Yeah, I got to have
Because
all
you
my...
watched the Green Bay game in public.
I did. Yeah. I can watch,
Okay.
yeah, but Cowboys Super Bowl, I might not be able to do that. My point being,
I got
that's
you.
why I wanted to get there at 3:30. Gives us a couple hours to mingle, have a good time, get a little liquored up, And then we'll watch the game, but I also don't want to be like, oh, don't talk to me. I have to see this next play. It's not like that at all.
Oh, I don't give a shit like that.
No. I mean, we'll probably miss a lot of the commercials. I don't give a shit about that. We're there hanging out with our people.
The messed up part about the commercials now is there's no budget for the commercial because to make a brand new one, to produce a brand new one, because you're paying $7 million for the 30-second spot. And then to produce a commercial that's Super Bowl worthy, what, LG, that's another few million. So now you're looking at $10 million for a 30-second spot. So now you're just like, if I'm Thunderdome LLC, I'm like, look, I'm already spending $7 million. Y'all gonna get the commercial that I fucking made last year. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna drop another $3 million to make a brand new commercial when I'm paying $7 million. So the commercials have taken they've fallen off because the commercial spot costs so much.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't
afford to produce a brand new commercial.
Was it Paramount Plus released it? They've released their commercial
They
already.
can do it.
They tweeted it out.
They got a lot of members.
They had lots of actors in their shit too. It was actually pretty good.
Now there'll be some, but they're not. Remember, that used to be the thing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also for people that don't watch football all year and they want to watch the commercials. They want to see Usher, which I do too, but you know, my point is, we're not going to be like, I'm not going to be off-putting. When you come out to one of our appearances, we're not like a lot of these D-bag radio guys in town that invite you to their thing and they don't do anything. They're all bumps on a log and they fake talk to you. Come up and hang out with us. Let's hang. We're a family. There is no show without y'all, which is why I beg y'all to become members too. Because this is the best show in this city and it ain't close. This is one of the best shows in this region.
I agree.
And I believe that with my whole heart. But we're not employed by one of these big corporations. You know, in order to beat these big corporations and the money they have, that's why we have to have y'all become a member at least for 1 hour a day. So become a member now on any platform you choose.
What, 30 cents a day, LG?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
30
There's
cents
20 days in the month.
That's
20
in your
weekdays.
ashtray. You have 30 cents in your ashtray every day.
For sure.
You got $6.
$6 a month. 30 cents a show, ostensibly. So
support
become a
small
member.
business.
Yeah, we'll be back in here at 12:30. We'll do another hour of this shit. But come out and hang out with us on Sunday at Southtown 101. I'm going to give this hat away to the first person that comes up to me at Southtown, whether it's 3:30 or 10:30 at night. Prove to me you're a member, and I'll give you this hat. The first person that does it. I also have 4 passes to Oak Haven Massage, just in time for Valentine's Day. Come up, prove to me you're a member, and I'll give you a massage to Oak Haven. There's 3 locations in this city. There's one up in Austin. Prove to me you're a member at Southtown, and I'll give you one of the free massages. I have 4 of them while supplies
Real
last.
massage, not the
No,
nonsense.
not that. Not at the booty.
Yeah,
the
so
booty
I'm just
trap.
saying, you got to know booby trap.
Booby trap, whatever. Both are fine. Both are acceptable. So come up Sunday and then do that. We need prop bet ideas. I brought this up yesterday.
What
for during the game? We need to do that Thunderdome drinking game.
What will be the first song Usher performs?
That's a good one. We'll start with that. All right, you and me and him and Thunderdome. Let's get together here over the next couple of days, and let's get together like a Super Bowl bingo or drinking game stuff since we're all together. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good time. All right.
See y'all in 30.
Back at 30, you got to be a member. It ain't but $6. Get your ass in here and become a member. Entertainment news, more haircut talk, bashing the Spurs, I'm sure will occur, and whatever the people have. Love you hard. See you in 30 minutes on Love You Hard TV and In the Building. Peace.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.